Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
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 Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om to everybody.
Windows update.
Here just come,
Windows update as well. 100% complete.
Google. Where is this?
You can't get phone otherwise.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om. What happened? Hey. Hari Om. Jai Jai. Why this is not coming?
Shall I call Shraddha Swamiji? Shraddha, Vidikata.
That is the, nothing wrong with the Wi-Fi, no?
Wi-Fi is there, Swamiji.
Asking to be let in.
They can't let in with this laptop, that much I know. They have to use something else to let them in. I'll just call Shraddha Swamiji.
Let us see. Troubleshooting, setting. Cleaning up 100%. Just come. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Everybody can hear?
Hari Om. They are not able to hear. Anything should be done here.
Everybody can hear? Everybody can hear?
Hari Om Pranams, I am able to hear. Very low voice. They are able to hear, Swamiji. They are able to hear.
Hari Om.
From there.
They are able to hear. They are able to hear.
Because Swamiji is not responding.
Hari Om. Vivekanand ji, Hari Om. Swamiji sound. Hari Om. Swamiji say Hari Om.
This should be on, ma.
Huh?
Should that be on? On
It
only?
is on. Otherwise red color it will be. Off means red color. It is on.
Can you hear? I don't hear.
Hari Om, Padma ji, Hari Om. Huh?
No.
Hari Om. Will come out and then join again, Swamiji.
Shraddha Vidikata.
What about
No
this?
need, he will join.
What about this?
Swamiji?
That is 100% completed.
Ah,
You can start.
yes, it will come, Swamiji. Just to come by itself.
Hari Om.
No, now you have to. And now you say Swamiji.
Hari Om. What should we share today?
They are talking, but
We are not
your
able-
audio is not coming. Swamiji, 1 minute. This will come.
Control your mic
coming, 5 minutes.
with push to talk. What is that push to talk? Push to talk turns on your mic while hold down the space bar.
Space bar.
Swamiji, shall I call Shraddha? Huh? It will be fast.
Turn on push to talk.
It has come. Yes.
Got it?
1 minute. Over. Updating is over. Windows 10 suddenly.
Can you hear?
There.
Eh? You can hear. Acha, only I cannot hear. That's all right.
Swamiji, now from this you can do. Start doing it. Swamiji can talk. This phone.
What is to be shared today?
Hari Om.
I think I'll call Shraddha Swamiji.
This is also not working.
Working, Swamiji. It has come.
Then it come. Then put here.
Swamiji, I have to switch on that. Google Meet. 1 minute. Computer is on. Switch on that. It is little slow, master. Hari Om. Hari Om. Yes, Swamiji. Swamiji has to switch off here. Otherwise, that's all. Yes. Now you can proceed, Swamiji. Continue.
What is to be shared today?
Hari Om.
Hari Om, pranams Mataji.
What is to be shared? Swamiji is asking. Please reply.
Hut pouring Swamiji.
Huh?
Hut pourings, Papa's hut pourings.
Papa's outpourings.
First page. O Ram, what thy slave Ramdas should do or should not do must be determined by thee alone.
O Ram, what thy slave Ramdas should do or should not do must be determined by thee alone. He is bewildered, he is helpless. Make him resign all to thee. Let him live, move, have his being in thee. Let him eat, drink, sleep, move, sit, stand, talk, think, look, hear, smell, touch. Do everything in thy name and for thy sake only, O Ram. O Divine Mother, Ramdas is thine, totally, completely, heart, soul, body, mind, everything, everything. What does it mean to us? When we read, what do we understand?
Swamiji, nothing can be done by an individual by itself.
Nothing can be done by an individual by himself.
Every little act or whatever is done by the power inside.
Yes. Everything is done by that power alone. Having known this intellectually, what is happening in us?
We are not able to think and bring that into mind all the time, at all wakeful time at least.
We are unable to bring it all the time. Okay?
Behind mind is coming from.
You
Behind
have
mind.
to clear mind.
Anything else anybody would like to say? when we hear the outpourings, these particular outpourings, what do we understand? First thing is,
Swamiji,
ah,
when I'm crossing the road, at that time I'm not thinking that, Papa, please make me cross the road. I say, no, I can cross the road myself. Or making a cup of tea. These are simple things that I don't require a big help. That is the way I think. Whereas, I should know that I cannot lift a finger without the power.
good. So again, though we accept it in principle, we are unable to recognize it. No? Recognize it throughout, okay, at least on some moments are we in a position to. Which means what? To put it bluntly, we are only hearing. We are not backing it up with practice. We intellectually agree because it is told by our Guru, who cannot go wrong, and he is telling from his own experience. We are only reading. We are not giving something to back up this reading. So when we write for the exam, we will not be able to write it well. What we hear from the teacher or what we read from the text, we just hear. The net result is, it is forgotten. Especially when we sit for exam, nothing comes to our mind. That means the practice, the homework, the drilling, the manana, the contemplation, it is not taking place. Because in this he covers the whole activity of the body. And the mind intellect also he is covering by the word live. So it is good that it is pointed out. We spend a lot of time in hearing, reading and hearing.
They are talking among themselves, Swamiji.
और वो ब्लड प्रेशर का हम मशीन है ना वो भी लेके हमने उसके बातचीत के साथ
Radha.
She is asking.
Kindly switch off the audio, please. Yes. Yes, Swami. Now.
Swamiji, but how to practice, how to put it into action, how to put it in daily life?
We have to start with something, practice. When we are now hearing, we must try. When we are talking, we must try. When we are looking, we must try. We are again thinking that we have to start a practice. When? That tomorrow will never come. Now and here. I am in a position to hear what is being shared because you are seated within. You are now talking to me through another form and you are empowering me to hear that. Somewhere in the corner of our mind, if we develop this, otherwise the hearing will be going on. Listening will not be there. You go back to Papa's life. What was he doing? He was doing first. Then all these books and everything came later. He was practicing the sadhana. And the outcome he shared with us. In our case, we go to Mahatmas
1 second, sir. This is somebody's talking. Switch off their audio.
Radhaji, please put up.
They are done it.
This is also a very important point. All of us would like to experience what Papa had experienced. That is the first tangible gain when we go through this. But that is not enough. We have to start the practicing. There is no particular time, there is no particular activity with which we can start. All that we have to do is, we should know now and here that he is behind. He is behind these very words, behind this talking. Even if we do for a few minutes, it will have its telling effects. He says, let him eat, drink, sleep, move, sit, stand, talk, think, look, hear, smell, touch, do everything in thy name and for thy sake. Almost all the activities of the individual have been covered here. He is giving us a direct hint. O Ram, O Divine Mother, Ramdas is thine totally, completely. Heart, soul, body, mind, everything. So we have not been able to do anything like that, but after hearing this, nobody can do it for us. We have to do it by ourselves. And that is what he did. And afterwards he shared with us. So first is experience, then the sharing. We are reading the sharing, but we are not doing anything. That is why, as somebody pointed out, when we cross the road, we don't bring in that dimension. When we prepare something, we don't bring the dimension. So how shall we begin? Wherever it is possible, we will try.
Swamiji, the block is, I feel I can do this. It's simple, I can do this. Supposing I have an unprecedented guest, some 40 guests, even I have to only make tea. I don't have to do anything else, only making tea for 40 people at a time. Then I will start remembering, Papa, oh, please help me, how will I make so much tea? When I am making only 1 cup of tea or 2 cups of tea, yeah, I can do it myself. This is the way I feel. This is my problem.
When you know that when you are asked to prepare 40 cups of tea, somehow the God thought comes. When you prepare 1 cup of tea, hardly it comes. Okay,
Yes.
we have to try now. When we know that we have not been able to do it, because there is no shortcut, there is no other method. We have to somehow remember him. Employ any method by which we can remember him. So Papa felt and suggested to us that if the Nama is going on, that will be instrumental in making the remembrance constant. But there also we should know that it should not be a lip level chanting, something deeper than that. We do not lack chanting, but at the same time what is happening to us? It is only a session for us. We are not connecting, linking with our That is why Papa simply said you are chanting the name of one who is within you, who is making you to chant. These are all the ways by which we can try. There is no other shortcut.
Hari Om Swamiji.
Neelamji.
Yes.
Hari Om Pranam Swamiji.
Pranam, pranam.
Can you hear me, Swamiji?
Yes, you can hear.
So what I think, Swamiji, we don't remember or always in tune with God remembrance. Like we remember Him sometimes, but we don't remember Him all the time. So that is one hurdle. That's why that when we have to make tea for 40 people, then it's so we remember God. But day to day, for every action we don't remember. But Papa also says, if you cannot, or Krishna, that if you cannot remember, then offer all the actions to me. So, like Swamiji had said in the past, in the morning, every little action offer to me. Don't worry about the result. So it's one thing I feel we are not able to offer every action and we don't remember the Lord all the time. So our approach is a little bit half-hearted.
Yeah. So let us not get dispirited, discouraged. We have at least diagnosed the problem, and now we will try whatever is possible. Beginning, initially this confusion will be there. Intellectually we fill up our mind with so many concepts about God. Then what happens is we are not doing anything. We continue with our own style of doing it. We are not bringing the God dimension.
Yes, sir.
And if somebody asks if there is any method, though there is no method, there is a method. There is no direct method, but at the same time there are some methods. First one is to lead a simple life. Second one is to go in for periodical retreat. Because whatever we have heard, we must try to remember. Even yesterday's talk or day for yesterday's talk, we may not be remembering. Because we are not supplementing it, backing it with our own thinking, our own dwelling on it. Because the mind has not been trained. Mind is trained to sit before 4 to 5 so that we will hear something that is good for us. Okay. But something that will stay with me, why should not? So that means, how will it come? Now everybody says, I want to, but I don't have. Unless we do something. Every day when the teacher takes the class, he also gives us some homework. The idea is not for the sake of the homework. The homework enables us to go into the topics we have heard or we have read. Then only the next portion can be understood well. So if a studious student takes up study, it will be in this methodical manner. And finally, to know that he has absorbed the major theme, he sits for the exam without any support. He answers the question. We have to employ the same method here. Here, when we see an object, when we see any situation, when we hear a satsang, we immediately jot down and then we think about it and then slowly connect God dimension behind it. It has to be done. While I am walking, if nobody is there with me to talk, I should start thinking, how do I walk? How does the leg takes up and go places and the other leg gets coordinated? I am not falling. The center of gravity is unknowingly kept. One step goes, other step goes, and next step goes. Like that, automatically things are going. You just watch. What is the power behind it? Again, somebody comes and says, hello, how are you? You will forget, nothing matter. It's like that, simple. When I go there for a cup of tea, I may be joking, but still, when I wash the plate, when I wash the glass, when I drink the tea, when I eat the tea, at least for a twice we can remember. How you motivated somebody to prepare and keep it ready for me? It need not be in the same way. It can be in any way. Somehow he has to come into the picture. It is for that purpose we are chanting Ram Nam. Unknowingly we have not understood that. To us, chanting is a session for us. Whereas chanting is for remembering and reminding us about the relevance of God in all that we think, all that we talk, in all that we do. If we try to train our mind while chanting this, it will stay with us even while not chanting. And fill our mind with godliness. Try to observe the godliness in others. These are all remembering Him. Goodness is godliness. Suppose we see a good thing in somebody, we are immediately reminded of the godliness. So value-based life when we lead, we are divinizing our life. All these cumulative things put together, we are in a position to remember Him. We don't have to form a concept that remembering Him should be like this, should be like that. Then we will never be able to have.
Swamiji, when he is in us, forever, where the question of always remembering comes?
When he?
When he is present in everybody.
He is there always.
When the question came because how do we remember,
Whether we do remember, because he is always within us and he makes us to do anything and everything.
He is always within us, He is making us to do. If we have understood that there is no question of sadhana, it is only a word we are borrowing from somebody who has experienced.
Yes.
Has it become our experience? That is what we are. Has it become our experience?
My question is whether when we are having this, His grace is there within us, when the question of feeling comes.
Are we?
Yes, we do.
We are only reproducing the words of somebody,
Action also should be, otherwise no use.
But if we are not experiencing that, it will not become clearer to us. The textual knowledge, the textual knowledge or satsang is all coming from outside.
Yes.
It is only, we remember it, that's all, memorizing it. That is why in everything and each and everything the me and mine comes. When the me and mine comes, it is a clear indication that we have forgotten Him. And that is why we are having our own problems.
Swamiji,
Think about it.
struggle is to only experience.
Our struggle is now only experience.
Experience. We have loaded our brain with a lot of ideas, a lot of teachings of masters. That is why Papa in one of his says, you must go in spiritual nakedness of the soul.
My point of stress is that even the experience is he only.
That is only a statement, When the experience comes, we will not talk.
Yes. It is a feeling.
It is the being. It is the being. So when then we are in that being, we don't need anybody to know, we don't need anybody's recognition, we don't need anybody's certificate.
The mind, after Sravana Manana and Nidhyasana. Always.
Mind.
Sravana Manana and Nidhyasana, always. By that, he also prompts.
Mind. He only prompts the mind.
When we know that he prompts, the spiritual journey has ended. The spiritual journey has ended the moment we come to know that it is he who is prompting us. And we will not say that because we don't have to say that.
Action will prove.
So better let us try to experience it in the smaller way. That is the best beginning. Whenever time permits, just like we were told how to learn the alphabets, A, B, 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 C, 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 like that we will start. Let not the mind think that we know everything.
No. Egoism is not there. Egoism will not be there.
So let us start remembering that everything is, even these words are coming because of him. We keep on, whether we realize it or not, we keep on telling, and then one day we will reach that stage. So that is why in this particular portion, Papa says,
Swamiji. Swamiji. His Saguna Swarupa sometimes helps me to see God in all the creations. Whenever I see a bull, I remember Shiva. Whenever I see a monkey, I remember Lord Hanuman. Whenever I see a squirrel, I remember Lord Rama because he has patted on the squirrel's back. So I am able to see God in every creation as I see those people. This is my personal experience, Swamiji. This is right, I don't know.
Oh, that is okay. The question came here because the outpouring, he said, let him eat, drink, sleep, move, sit, stand, talk, think, look, hear, smell, touch, do everything in thy name and for thy sake only. So it is not limited to any particular form of worship or perception. So this is something that has to do right from the moment I get up in the morning till I retire to bed. All these activities are covered. All these activities make the sum total of what I do from morning till evening. So here Papa prays to the Almighty, I am doing it, I have been doing it, but let it be done for your sake. Let us not think that we are doing it. Please help us. This is his own inner prayer. And he has put it on record for the sake of all of us. So that means we have to pray. You are making me to tell it now, you are making me to show the hands, you are making me to bring out the sound. At the same time, make me know that you are making me to do it. Let us not even for fun's sake think that I am doing it. So this is a prayer from my heart to him. For that, then the question came that whenever we do everything, we don't remember him. On some occasions we remember him. So what is the way out? The only way out is we have to somehow try to do it. We were searching Mataji in her initial sadhana period, when she approached Papa, he said only this simple thing: whatever you do, whatever you talk, whatever you think that it is Ram's.
Swamiji,
Yes?
today's satsang started very beautifully today. Unknowingly, we've been led to a very deep practical aspect.
Practical.
That itself is Papa's.
Because only 10 more days are there before us. The examination date is approaching. On 24th onward, the examination will start. On 27th is the important examination. All this 1 year we have done so many things. Now Papa is placing before us the question paper. And then we have to answer. So the practical, we don't want any theory, we don't want anything. Whatever we have heard, we will forget about it. What we are, that is what is matter. That is what matters. Whether the self-interest, me and mine interest is going down, whether the acceptance of to a higher power is slowly taking place, whether the me and mine is getting reduced, whether we are in a position to accept our situations, whether the cravings and desires are under check. These are all the question papers, Unlike other question papers, he has given us the question paper. So, this is the time, Please think about the urgency, 27th December 2022. Remark the centenary of Papa's leaving everything, handing himself over, lock, stock and barrel, everything to the Almighty. And he took the deep plunge on that particular day, showing to others. That is why we are all sitting here. The transformation that God motivated in one person is instrumental in touching and kindling the divine element in thousands and lakhs of people all over the globe. We are not here just to remember the importance of the day. We are here to become the real followers of such a Guru. So that is why he prompted us to take up this in-depth study of In Quest of God, which is nothing but an expression or exposition of his total subservience to Ram. Whatever we just read now, to walk, to eat, to think, to talk, everywhere the touch of the stamp of Ram, stamp of God is there. That has been there during the 36 chapters. The first chapter, the first article and the first chapter, we take it as the beginning, prologue. From the second chapter onwards up to the 37th chapter, we find the same thing. Only one principle, subservience to a higher power, that's all. And all his thoughts, words and actions were conforming to that. And he motivated us to take up this study so that something of it, as like Mataji said, at least we will start going in. For that, yesterday he suggested that we should go in for periodical retreat. We must practice. Every day when we go to bed, we do the prayer. We do our Ram Nam in the way in which it should be done. Individual sadhana is to be given topmost priority, not to be contented with any collective activities. Initially, collective activities are okay, but for our individual progress, individual sadhana, these are all the things which Papa keeps on reminding us throughout these 37 chapters. Dialogue with him, and for the past few days he also made us to go through the Bhagavad Gita. There is a connection between him and Bhagavad Gita. His teachings in Bhagavad Gita, we are all in Gita only. Because he says, behold divinity in every aspect of this world, Leela. Verily he is at play in all beings and creatures. So we are asking him, how am I to know divinity in every aspect? Thinking, talking, walking, eating, drinking, sleeping, moving, sitting, standing, looking, hearing, smelling, touching. All these things are... So we have been asked to behold the divinity in. And then finally yesterday he led us to the Sthita Prajna, because that contained the quintessence when we are asking the practice. Here is a clear-cut curriculum given to us. Be contained, self-contained and self-contented. Be free from the pairs of opposites and the three down-pulling forces, attachment, fear and anger. Develop the state where one neither rejects, rejoices or hates. Have self-control. What is not to be seen should not be seen. What is not to be touched should not be touched. What is not to be heard should not be heard. What is not to be smelled should not be smelled. What is not to be spoken should not be spoken. Like that we are withdrawing the sense like a tortoise. Sense control is a must. This is outer. Then next he also wants us trained to raise the inner cravings. Be cautious about the turbulent nature of the mind. Subdue the senses and keep the mind ever absorbed in me. Be vigilant, lest otherwise what will happen? Attachment will lead to desire, that will lead to delusion, that will lead to loss of memory. It will finally end in destruction of discrimination. Anger will come and then finally we fall. He also cautions, peace is realized through self-control and also by freeing from both attraction and repulsion. Only in peace all pains are destroyed. Know that knowledge and deep contemplation alone can ensure peace. You see, not hearing. Knowledge and deep contemplation. And without peace there can be no happiness. Freedom from me and mine ensures peace. Be aware that senses carry away the mind instead of getting fixed on Bhagavan. Be indifferent to down-pulling tendencies. Be like an ocean which accepts all types of waters but yet remains unaffected by it. So some clues, practical clues. The self-contained and self-contentment, that itself will take us to a great extent. Because I will not have any demand, no list.
Swamiji, just now you have given us the summary of second chapter completely. So beautifully, Swamiji.
This second chapter, and especially this, what is it called? Sthita Prajna, man of steady wisdom. It is called man of steady wisdom. So how do I attain that steady wisdom? Suppose if we keep on bringing this, going through it and watching us, trying to do something, even if failure comes, it is all right, I have recognized the failure, I will not try. And right from morning till evening, in one day, suppose, one day, take a vow resolve that we will try to do it consciously, knowingly. Probably we may be able to do for half an hour, then we may fail, doesn't matter. But target for one day. Our revered, ex-president Abdul Kalam, APJ Abdul Kalam used to say, think about big things, Imagine big things. At least we will start reaching it, So let us say our target is one whole day I am going to do this. I may not be able to do it fully because I have not trained my mind. But somewhere I have to make a beginning, That will give me. In good old days, we were told about the Puranic stories. When Anjaneya Bhagavan was a small child, somehow he was prompted, he will catch the sun. That means thinking high. Nobody can go near sun, it will burn us. But thinking high, how do I get it? Though it is impossible for me, I try to do that. With the result, we all know. Nobody could cross the Lanka, the ocean and reach Lanka. He could do it. So the great lesson that he teaches is, think big. I will do this. When that resolution takes place, initially first, when you take the brush, when you put the brush, when you go to the bathroom, when you answer the telephone call, after the bath, when you get dressed up and go to the office or the field, you may be able to try to maintain as much as possible. The moment you involve yourself in work, you may forget again. Doesn't matter. Again you think, today I decided, please help me. And you will find mysteriously, though it started with a few minutes in the beginning, it will slowly start staying with you. With intervals. There may be breaks. Doesn't matter. And the joy you get, that is the marks awarded to us. Nobody need come and say that you have bought God dimension in 10 items or 15 items. We ourselves will experience an inexplicable pleasant feeling. Each and everything. First thing in the mind will say, yes, we have been able to maintain. That is enough. That is the marks given to us by Him. So let us all try. In 10 days' time, we will try our level best. Going inward should take place. A tendency to go inward should take place. The goal is to be very clear. And our intense prayer. From 24th onwards till 31st, He has given us the prompting to have so many programs. It is not a program, through so many steps. Every day, morning and evening, apart from the usual Akhanda Ramnam chanting, day and night it will go on. Those who are participating in it for an hour or two, they may do that, and then they have to, during the non-chanting time, how do we associate? So that is why he is motivating us to have the program, morning 2 or 2.5 hours, evening 2 or 2.5 hours, intensely going through his words, what all he made us to unearth. So all these things, it will keep us tight. And on 27th, it is a heartfelt prayer of all of us. Kindly give a push. You have given us so much, still that is not enough. Your push is very gentle. Push us with more force. Something like that we pray. And again, 28, 29, 30, 31st we watch ourselves. And then we enter into the new year. On 31st evening, the so-called centenary programs come to a close. But our struggle still goes on to get ourselves stabilized in it. So we have to now start thinking, these 10 days. 10 days I will prepare as much as I can. It will not be lukewarm. I must do something. Something of it should remain with me before I reach the 27th. And this is the homage we can give to Papa. Praise it before Papa. He does not want anything from us. But he will be definitely happy if we find we are trying to reach the state which he has reached. At least we are trying, That blissful state, that Purnatvam, where nothing else is needed for us. Contented. We act because he prompts us to act. But there is no desire-prompted activity. There is no craving-prompted activity. There is no self-interest. If we can place something of this at his holy feet, before 27th, that is the fittest homage we are paying to this great, great, great Guru. Because of whom we are all what we are now. In a simple way, most uncomplicated way, he has placed everything which is in a practical way. So far we did not give any serious attempt, but during this last 1 year, he made us to go deeper, 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 deeper. And now the time is coming for the fruition. Kindly bless us so that we really remember the importance of the 27th. It is not the calendar date we are worrying. It is the time, the day on which you surrendered yourself totally. Even if I am unable to do that, give us something of it. At 5 o'clock in the morning, he bade farewell to a world for which he had lost all attraction and in which he could find nothing to call his own. The body, the mind, the soul, all were laid at the feet of Ram, the eternal being, full of love, full of mercy. The second chapter ended with these powerful words. So we remember these words. We remember what you explained about the preparatory stages. We remember how you were able to take everything as willed by God. How you were able to know that our life is prescripted by Him. All these things, intellectually you made us known, now experientially you make it a reality. Please. This you have to keep on bringing this. Same thought, no new thought is necessary, same thought. So these 10 days we will try to go back. You see, actually, when we ask what is to be shared, he prompted somebody to say something from the heart pourings. See? That means the real purpose of all these is to connect ourselves with the text of inquest of God. Think about it. So because 10 days are there, so in these 10 days we must somehow consolidate all our earnings. We have kept somewhere, heard so many things. We were enthused, it was highlighted to us. We were touched, we were kindled, we were moved by so many examples explained in that 35, 36 chapters. And so now we want to consolidate the earnings, and as rightly pointed out by him through somebody now, by asking us to say a few words about heart pourings from tomorrow onwards for the next 3 or 4 or 5 days. Tomorrow it will not be there. Monday, Tuesday, up to, we don't know, up to Friday or Thursday or Friday we will try. And these 3-4 days, a quick recap of the whole in-depth study. So kindly prepare yourself and tell us which portion, which value, which one touched and kindled in you. It is something like, what do you call that? It starts with Q,
Quiz,
Quiz. So you prepare a quiz program. Not on the academic side. Something like that, It will touch and kindle. In the quiz program, when a question is given, a panel of students will sit and they will consult each other and then bring it out. Just to know that the theme has entered. And here we are not trying to stay at the academic level. How do we do that? By bringing our experience, what God has made us to watch in others. We need not tell anything about our own experience, because that has got a risk. So instead of that, God has made us to witness in somebody something good that we remember. So this quiz program, we don't say it's a quiz program, but it is something like a quiz program where in the next 4 or 5 days, from day after tomorrow onwards, we will try to go through the entire 36 chapters, what is the content, and so that on the 24th when we start, we are ready for the journey, intense journey for another 3 days. 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28, 29, 30, 31 will be the mastication again and again, so that we will make our resolve more dynamic, before I want to have this, to reach that stage, this is necessary. We don't know how far we have made it clear to everybody. Is it clear? Huh? So ready for the quiz program? Somebody has to prepare the quiz program, because we don't know the technique. We have watched that in good old days.
Mark Teruvo. They're asking, will you give us marks?
Marks he will definitely give in the form of joy in our heart. Because we are nobody to give marks. But we will also be one among with you to enjoy whatever you say, it is a good thing for our sadhana. We take it like that. So it's a collective study. We will all do our level best. So please come prepared for the quiz program on Monday evening. Hari Om. Om Shri Ram Jai.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om. 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 Sadgurunadav. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Namaskaram. Pranam.